Most people assume maturity arrives with birthdays. Psychology suggests otherwise. Only a small slice of adults ever grow into true maturity. It isn't automatic, it's earned. And here's the ironic twist: genuinely mature people rarely label themselves that way. Instead, they leave a behavioral fingerprint, subtle patterns that reveal how they think, move, decide, and relate. Below are 5 archetypes of real maturity: the observer, the stoic, the healer, the strategist, and the lone wolf. What defines them, how they operate, and how to recognize yourself in their traits. Observers don't rush to speak, don't posture, and don't compete for the spotlight. They practice what psychology calls delayed response processing, the capacity to pause, notice, analyze, and then respond rather than react. Observers have learned a simple truth: silence reveals more than noise. They register micro-expressions, intentions, and repeating patterns. They understand people without needing a running commentary, because they watch the room before they enter the conversation. If you're the one who listens first, waits for the dust to settle, and then offers something precise, you likely carry the observer archetype. Stoic maturity isn't coldness, it's emotional regulation. Stoics often feel deeply, sometimes more than anyone else in the room, but repeated disappointments taught them a vital skill: not everything deserves a reaction. In psychological terms, they show high response delay. They allow emotion to arise, then choose the expression that serves the moment. They don't chase arguments, don't feed drama, and don't let anger pilot the ship. If your instinct in conflict is to slow down rather than speed up, if you stay steady while others tip, your fingerprint matches the stoic. Healers are rare, not because they fix people, but because they resist the temptation to judge brokenness. They listen without competing, comfort without controlling, support without keeping score. Psychology ties this to secure attachment, a steadiness often forged through old wounds rather than easy lives. Healers don't perform wisdom, they embody availability. People find them when they're lost because their presence feels safe and their words don't make the moment about themselves. If your circle comes to you for clarity and calm, you're moving in the healer's maturity. Strategists appear calm, but under that calm is a working model of the future. They plan without broadcasting, move without narrating, and decide based on long-term consequences more than short-term feelings. In research terms, they function as future-oriented processors. They mentally simulate outcomes before stepping forward. Strategists don't rush trends, don't need applause, and prefer the discipline of consistent steps over the dopamine of quick wins. If your maturity shows up as planning, restraint, and self-control, you stand in the strategist category. Lone wolves aren't antisocial, they are self-sufficient. They discovered early that solitude protects peace, sharpens thinking, and strengthens identity. Psychology calls it autonomous individuation, being connected to people without being dependent on them for stability. Lone wolves don't fear being alone, they use it. They recharge in quiet, do deep work in silence, and think best when the world stops tugging at their sleeves. If you come back to yourself in solitude, build your best projects alone, or make your clearest decisions away from the crowd, you hold the lone wolf's maturity. True maturity isn't about age, status, or a polished resume, it's the architecture of your inner world. If you recognized yourself in the observer, the stoic, the healer, the strategist, or the lone wolf, you carry a strand of maturity most never develop. If you didn't, you're not behind, because maturity isn't inherited, it's built, through self-awareness, through loss, through responsibility, and through the quiet choices no one applauds. It isn't a destination you arrive at once, it's a pattern you shape every day. If this sharpened how you see yourself, subscribe and stay. We turn insights into growth here.